chests. Maybe the lizard would be interested in my chest.
Well, now I can't get back to sleep either. What do you want to do?
Well, I need to induce vomiting, so here goes. California lady. All by myself, don't wanna be.
Thing, get down from... Oh.
Filmed through chocolate milk.
Dennis the Menace's dad really hit the skids.
Oh, no.
What haven't we seen in this movie yet? Oh, right, a scrawny, drunken bowler's ass cheeks. Thank you.
I think I threw a cigarette butt down here last week.
He has an M.A. in bowling from Duke.
That concludes the national news. Now turning to the news of the local Albuquerque
Is
area.
that Dick Gregory?
25 people were stranded this afternoon for over 4 hours on the Sandia Cable Lift.
Ah, good. The bigger couch is finally here.
Due to a severe thunder and lightning storm, which swept through the Sandia Range at approximately 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Can we have more annoying ambient sound, please?
Although 7 people did request hospitalization. Top of the crest, where some 300 people
Ah, I miss my mom.
Oh, go to hell, Sid. I told you what was going to happen when you came home again from that bowling alley drunk. I'm going to bed. And you can just sleep it off out there. Go to hell.
No, that would mean letting him in the house.
Yeah, I'll go back to the bowling alley, sleep in the ball return.
Who's there?
The paperboy coming for his Christmas tip.
Don't take my face grease.
I left my rosin bag at the bowling alley.
Damn, my underwire popped out. Ouch.
Fame, 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 fame.
Oh, Gourmet Express delivered her tomato bisque under the door.
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Ah, there goes another one. Man, do I tear through the husbands.
I picked at it.
We'll be right back. See?
Thanks, Kramer, for bringing the professor.
Giddy up.
Hello, Mark.
Bone, how are you?
What happened here? A killing. A messy one.
He did it.
The medical examiner's report being phoned in?
I'll make sure I'll have a copy on your desk when you get back, Captain.
Good. Let me have copies of the other reports, too. All of them.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Check in the house and see if you can lend a hand.
Yep, just call me Lieutenant Half-a-Beef.
Now I'll tell you why. Exactly why I asked you here.
I was wondering. It sounded urgent.
It's because I need an opinion from you.
You like this outfit?
My field is in medicine. You know that, Mark.
I know.
Well, what then?
One problem with being a cop is that eventually you think you've seen everything. Well, this morning I found out I was wrong. This is different. Which one is him?
Pick whichever one you want.
The woman had a weak heart, and what she saw when she opened the door apparently finished her. There's no report of any violence on her. But take a look at the man.
He is scrumptious.
What kind of thing would cut up someone like that?
Martin Yan?
Could have been a mountain lion, Mac.
No, Johnny. Not that easy.
I knew you'd let me down.
I'll show you something one of my men found at the back of the house.
Snuggle up and come with me.
Whatever. Killed Harris must have tripped over the garden hose and grabbed at the side of the house for support.
Then I dressed a pencil as a cop.
Take a break. I'll check things here.
You're right.
Someone's tested paint colors.
That wasn't made by a mountain lion. That mark was made by a human hand.
Well, I would agree with you except for one thing.
You're wrong.
You tell me what kind of human makes a footprint like that. Now you get the picture, Jeff?
You see now why I patronize you?
When I got that radio call, I thought someone had made a real goof. But when I saw Harris,
I said, hello, Harris.
I had to believe it. Harris was killed by some kind of thing that
killed him.
was nearly 7 feet tall. Had hands with claws on the fingers.
Spats on the top hat.
And walked on feet like I've never seen before.
No, wait, they were my feet.
Now that's why I had to bring you here, Johnny.
To make me look competent by comparison.
Now you're right, this is not some kind of medical problem. I don't know what kind of problem it is.
It's hard, that's all I know.
You're an anthropologist, Johnny. I thought, well, just maybe,
You'd anthropologize.
you might be able to help us with this.
Well, I can't tell you.
About my stew.
I've seen a track like that before.
Where?
In a museum. A fossil track. Several million years old.
You want to throw in a verb anywhere, Johnny?
Have your men made a plastic cast of the track? We might get a better answer from the paleontology department at the university.
Or the meat department at Ralph's.
The department head, Dietz. He's a friend of mine.
Let's go, now. The casting should be ready.
J.C. Penney hooker wear for the casual hooker at work, rest, or play.
Hey, I'm wearing terry cloth. You guys need anything absorbed?
Wee! La 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 la. Wee!
Wake up.
Come on, it's pink day.
Wake up.
There's another meteor headed for your skull.
I decided to make breakfast for us while you hit the showers.
I'm gonna make pink eggs for breakfast. Wee!
Paul!
The iguana redemption.
I agree with Professor Salinas. Your casting here is that of the left hind foot of some form of reptile, some very, very large lizard.
I still can't believe that there are lizards that big in New Mexico, or anywhere else for that matter.
Sorry, Captain McCabe, you're wrong about that.
Thanks, Brigham Young.
There is a lizard we call Varnus comodensis. There's some photos of him over in the paleontology lab.
He's a who?
Who grows to be all of 10 feet long. He's quite a fellow. The Indonesians call him the Komodo dragon.
Gene, is it possible that one of these lizards is here? Or somehow...
I don't think so. And if there were one somehow on the loose, it wouldn't be what you're looking for.
No.
The Komodo dragon walks on 4 feet. This
Scene is dying.
indicates a lizard that can walk upright. Some form of reptile
Yes.
closely related to the Tyrannosaurus rex.
T-Rex has the classic pear shape.
Some describe me as an ambulatory mound of suet.
Thanks, Johnny. But how in the hell am I going to tell the commissioner or anyone down at City Hall? A man was killed on the doorstep of his own home last night by some kind of dinosaur.
Thanks for the stereotype music.
Meat is running, lady.
Johnny, Johnny Longbone, Johnny, Johnny Longbone. It's the Johnny Longbone team.
Bobby Sherman looks on.
How do you feel today, Paul?
Oh, a lot better than yesterday.
Who cares?
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, they're pretty good. But you should see Johnny work with the bow.
Whoa.
Our scholarly anthropologist here was the conference archery champ in college. I've seen his trophy.
In the locker room.
How about a little demonstration for our captain?
All right. Come on, Johnny Longbow. I'd like to see you live up to your name.
Hi-yo, get the kids out of the room.
I swiped these from that Indian while he was crying about the garbage.
Johnny made everything himself.
His clothes, his car.
Even the arrowheads. Everything is authentic Indian.
I thought everything was Archie.
Now look at this better stuff from Galleons.
Okay, Johnny.
Here's some toilet paper.
Now let's really impress the lady from New York.
Let's share him.
Johnny Longbone thing.
That's right. Walk in front of me so I can see the VPL.
Johnny Longbone, Johnny Longbone.
Tonight on SOL.
Lower, please, Mike.
Okay, tonight on tonight on SOL's Legends of Rock.
Okay, good.
The tragic story behind the band that played California Lady. The band that played California Lady began as a duo featuring the fish-lipped guy and the Eskimo. They developed their sound playing this kind of music in hard scrabble bars before a growing circle of fans. It wasn't until they added the friendly-looking backup singer that the band that played California Lady finally hit it big with California Lady. The pressures of success were huge, and the fish-lipped guy, who took on the public role of creative genius, began to take refuge in drinking and a new circle of fast friends as he and the Eskimo drifted apart. That summer, the band that played California Lady played before nearly 300,000 at Watkins Glen, New York, sharing a bill with Wet Willie and Toots and the Maytals. Backstage, though, the fish-lipped guy's drinking was beginning to get out of hand. Creative tensions mounted, and a haze of alcohol served only to cover up the Eskimos' increasing drug use. It was a hopeful sign when the friendly-looking backup singer checked into a rehab clinic to have her blood replaced, but the fish-lipped guy's out-of-control womanizing led the Eskimo into an ever more deadly spiral of drug use and drink. Drug-addled recording sessions produced the band that played California Lady's follow-up album, the more melodic Rhode Island Lady, but it failed to crack the charts as the band that played California Lady's audience did not follow them into this new territory. By this time, the drugs, booze, and womanizing had begun to replace the music. Friends were troubled as an opportunity to open for Brewer and Shipley on a world tour went by the boards when the Eskimo slipped into a long-term alcoholic coma. The fish-lipped guy turned increasingly to booze, drugs, womanizing, and out-of-control gambling, and the band that played California Lady was no more. Happily, the last year has seen a reunion, and a new generation of fans have discovered the magic that is the band that played California Lady.
Okay, thank you. That's a wrap, and we have movie time.
Return to the drinking, drugs,
Mike.
gambling, womanizing, tax fraud.
Hey, how'd it go?
I think I pulled it off. You kids should clear out. There's gonna be some blood.
Point to a major organ, Paul.
Ow, corn shrapnel.
Oh, I'm sick. I can't do the dangerous trick anymore.
Yes.
Don't wreck the target.
Paul!
I think he overdid it by coming out here today. Better get him home, Kathy.
I'll send over some stew.
It's a fallout shelter neighborhood.
Oh, no. You're not talking me out of it this time. I'm staying.
Oh, great. I mean, oh, great.
You need looking after. Did you take the aspirins?
Yes, Master.
Well, it's one of those relationships.
There. That's better. Dark and restful. You should be able to sleep now.
I'm gonna go play some 9-inch nails.
If you should need anything, I'll be right in the den, okay?
Okay.
But try not to need anything, because I don't like being bugged by you.
California me, I'll give my love to you.
They could shoot a Fiona Apple video here. Oof.
It's a hard room to clash with, but she manages to do it.
He's got an autographed picture of Elvis Costello and Dean Acheson.
Man, I wish she'd turned down that book.
See, the betting is what's keeping him awake. Look at that.
I'll just settle in with a bound copy of TV Guide.
And now, from all of us here at Track of the Moon Beast, good night.
Look over there, it's Cherry before she gained weight.
I wonder how he's dying in there.
Let's see. How to make things pinker.
Good night, Keith.
I'm swimming in a pool! Oh, no.
I can't get enough shots of him sick and sweaty in bed. Yeah.
I'm sick and I'm buff.
Hey, he's got his own confessional.
He's got a severe allergy to shirts.
And you could tuck several more Pauls in those pajamas.
But don't.
Mom, did Santa get here yet?
Oh, look, she's sleeping so pinkfully.
His film is lit with a spelunker's headlamp.
Clunk, ow.
Louis Anderson's sitz bath.
I'm gonna do a quick can opener, then I can go back to bed.
Sounds like Lurch is playing in the backyard.
When did we switch to realtor's walkthrough point of view?
Clunk, ow.
Drink me in, world. I'm freshly oiled and ready to rock.
I'm not shirtless enough. I'm gonna take off my skin.
That's just a picture of a moon.
Yeah, the moon backed out of this movie at the last minute.
I'll open it. Okay, then. I'll open it. Just a minute.
Hello? Are we invited to your movie?
You're in for two. How about you, Earl? I'm going to stay for two. Okay, how many cards?
Some casinos started off on a modest scale.
Never win this game. I'll never win this game, friend. I'm going to say
Yes, it's Gabe Kaplan's poker camp for kids.
Two for you and two winning cards for the big winner of the night. Okay?
Don't touch the side of the tent, now it'll leak.
Let's party! Woo-hoo!
Norman Rockwell.
Whose arm is this? Anyone want to claim this arm? Arm? No.
Paul.
Where do those leftover body parts in the fridge come from?
It's our 24-hour anniversary.
When I woke up and couldn't find you anywhere in the house, I got so worried. What are you doing out here?
I'm stuck to the chaise lounge.
It was so warm in my room.
So I killed a tent full of old guys.
I couldn't get back to sleep.
But it must have been chilly out here last night. You could have caught cold.
Man, there's a shrill pink lump next to me.
All you men are alike. Sometimes you act like such big
He
babies.
spit up formula all over me.
Come on.
And
I'll make you some breakfast.
He was still alive when we found him.
Ooh, the 8 of diamonds?
I fold.
The man was pretty far gone in shock. But he did manage to say something about a lizard. A big lizard. A big lizard that walked like a man.
Yeah, okay. You're fine.
Seems to me I've heard that expression before.
Maybe. Something your friend Dietz said about a dinosaur?
The Tyrannosaurus.
Actually, a Paulosaurus.
Well, now there have been discoveries of supposedly extinct creatures dating back to the dinosaur age.
But screw you, man.
Ancient life forms that are still alive today.
Okay, I'm going gray, but I'm not an ancient life form.
Maybe there is a dinosaur still alive
Hey, Steve.
up in the hills.
Hurry up, slowpoke. I want to get you off my hands. Then, your lady can take over.
Johnny, you're one hell of a guy.
White man, speak with forked tongue.
No, quick, let me write that down.
Hurry up, will you? I got other things to do.
I have to name stew ingredients.
What happened here? Where's Ty?
Ty is with Jacket.
I don't know. He must have broken out the night before last. Something scared him.
It was my serial shirtlessness.
Maybe the meteor shower.
I'm going to pretend you didn't even say that.
Hey, is this the meteorite you found?
Small personal moon rock.
Your own personal moon rock.
Funny thing, I've looked through every text I have on mineralogy,
Well, the one I have.
and I can't find anything like it.
Nor can I find a decent deodorant.
Of course, I haven't run a series of tests on it.
Do you mind if I borrow your moon rock for a couple of days?
Sure, take the key.
Go ahead. I was going to take it to the geology lab anyway. Maybe they can find the answer to it. I can't.
But right now, we're going to take you over to St. Joe's. Maybe they can find an answer to what's been bugging you.
Left word you to wait in his office.
Thanks. How do you feel?
Not bad.
Good. While you're waiting, I might as well do an errand near here. I'll be back in a little while.
No sweat.
I'm gonna go get my bone longin'.
Then it's not just some kind of error in printing, Mr. Hamill.
Definitely not. I remember looking at the originals on that roll myself.
Mother and I looked at it.
What you see is what happened. I can't explain it, but it's not our fault or the fault of the film.
Thank you, R. Crumb.
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Never. And I've been in this business for years.
Well, a year and a half.
I'm Dr. Sutton. Would you come this way, please? I've looked at your x-rays.
Where do they get this?
We don't usually discuss them with patients. This isn't a usual case, Mr. Carlson.
We'll let you in on your illness this time.
This is the normal situation, just to give you an idea.
It's a person with a grapefruit in their head.
And this is the one we took of you.
Your brain is the size of a chickpea.
What does it mean? What's happened to me?
You've been hit by a small particle of matter of some kind. Not enough to cause any pain because of the high speed, but it is there.
We also found some stray Q-tips.
Then something's inside my head?
Yes?
Not much, but...
It's not uncommon. There have been cases where servicemen have survived with small particles of shrapnel embedded in their brains.
This wasn't shrapnel, Doctor.
So I understood. A meteorite, you said?
I asked you, was it a meteorite?
What happens now?
Now?
Mostly you die.
Now we're going to keep you here for a few more days for observation. We're going to take more x-rays. If that area doesn't clear up, we're going to do something about it, surgically.
We'll do a headectomy.
I made these photos several years ago when I was doing research for my doctorate.
I'm a doctor of stew.
They just might have a connection to your killer lizard.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
Well, at this point, I'd sell for anything in the way of a lead. Well, let's see him.
Show me that killer lizard.
This is the first scene in a deer hide painting I was shown.
What kind of camera was he using?
Not many people have seen it. It's something like 400 years old.
What's happening to the Indian in the painting?
Oh, he's in the cupboard.
It's the beginning of the story. He's being struck by a light that comes down from the sky.
Our key grip dropped it.
Well, what happened to him?
See for yourself. Whatever struck him from the sky changed him completely from human form.
Then, let's see, just more of the same. Some pictures from when I went to Cancun.
He became a demon lizard monster. Wow. Arrows had no effect on him.
Well, how'd they get rid of this demon lizard?
They didn't, but it died anyway.
Kind of a dumb legend, really.
It was consumed by fire. But where the flames came from, nobody knows.
How do you light your own back on fire?
Surprise! It was me running the slides.
That's the mystery. And it's still a mystery after 400 years.
Now I'm over here.
I know what you're thinking.
I'm boring and my slideshow eats.
It's only an Indian legend. Part of our tribal culture. I know, it's fantastic. But it's the one thing that ties in with what the fisherman said.
He said, I got one.
He said the camp was attacked by a lizard that walked like a man.
Michael Douglas?
Sheriff?
No. I want your help, Mac.
My garage door opener doesn't work.
Come on, I can get a free hot lunch at my kid's school.
Well, we've got the place to ourselves. I had to close up early on my authority, and I hope this proves something.
Haven't solved the case in years.
Well, no, in a minute. I never thought I'd see the day when I tried to solve a case of Indian superstition.
Johnny, you mind?
We are just about to find out.
I am gonna beat the stuffing out of you.
Longbone goes into his wind-up.
Should be somewhere. Just about.
Would you finish a sentence?
Here.
What was that?
I don't really know.
Let me make up a quick legend here.
My guess is that there's some
peanut butter?
Unusual element in this fragment that synchronizes with that larger mass over there.
Oh, that's the folk mass. They get more people.
And it produces some kind of energy reaction.
Let's just go eat.
You mean this energy or whatever it is? You're gonna turn a human into a monster?
You turn the man-witch into a meal.
Just like in those werewolf tales? When there's a full moon in Transylvania? Johnny, I've known you for a long time. And you gotta be kidding.
I wish I was kidding, Mac.
This hair doesn't lie.
I'm not. Now, there is an answer. But I think I know what it is.
I copied from the Indian sitting next to me.
And it makes me sick to think about it.
Soon I'll be throwing up corn, green pepper, chicken, onions.
If what you say is true.
Indians were here first?
The X-rays. The way the meteorite reacted. And your Indian legend.
Is meteor wrong, I'd say.
Then there's something I've got to know for my own peace of mind.
Granted, it's a small piece.
He's right, Paul. Nobody knows what may happen.
Except for Faith Popcorn.
And let's find out. How much time do I have?
Be sundown in half an hour.
We can go to the drive-in.